Hey, True Believers England team here. It's date night for me and oh, there it is. It's night for me and Gail. So we went out, got our usual cheapy steak dinner at the Texas Longhorn around the corner. There's a Roadhouse, right, hon? Roadhouse. And there's a nice little ice cream parlor. Gotta keep the weight up. And afterwards, what movie are we going to see? Of course, we're going to watch Eternals. I've got a comic book channel on YouTube, and we have to talk about this one. I was so looking forward to this by the time it comes out, because all I've heard about is how much of a dumpster fire this thing is. I mean, even when Rotten Tomatoes turns on a movie that is advertised to have race swap and gender swap and sexuality swap, I mean, they marketed this stuff on the social justice value so much that there's no way at all it's getting a bad score on Rotten Tomatoes. They told us nothing about the story. Oh, they've been here forever, and why didn't they do anything when Thanos came? That was about it. Otherwise, all we got was this character was a guy, but now he's a girl. This character was white, now they're black. This character was straight, now they're gay. So we got nothing of the story, which kind of had the Barack Obama effect. Focus. Thank you. It kind of had the Barack Obama effect. Because we didn't know the story, we could get excited about it. Except, of course, they only sold it on the social values, social justice values. So I was jazzed to see this, because when I hear that even Rotten Tomatoes is turning on this thing, it's got to be bad. And it's got to be, or either that or it's good. You could think of it that way, because wait a second, if they're turning on it, and I don't like the movies that a lot of times they say are great, this might actually be a decent film. And I'm going to go through some stuff. I want to look at some of these because I'm not a spoiler guy, so I didn't read any of their reviews or anything like that. As a matter of fact, I never saw the movie. It sucks. No, anyway, not saying anybody else has ever done that, but no, I would never. But I do want to check these things out. What were they saying? Plus, I just found out that this movie is now banned in Saudi Arabia, and they're asking for Disney to make edits. My thinking is they want to cut out the gay kiss, maybe the sex scene. There's a lot of stuff in here that are not in other Marvel movies or not in other movies. There is a gay kiss in here. It is very much a scene of its own. You can have this entire movie done, not show that gay kiss, and everything goes on the way it does. My guess is because then Disney could come along. Now it could be played in places like Saudi Arabia. So first, let me say hello. I've actually put this out for anybody who wants to join. If you have an opinion on it, let me get mine out a little bit first. But I was waiting to see if anybody wanted to. My guess is not a lot of people have seen it. I understand if you don't want to join, if people are afraid of spoilers. We missed the previews, so I don't know if they had any new Spider-Man preview on it or anything like that. Hello to Maranya. Hello to LK. I don't know about much of a rant here, but there's stuff to talk about. Let's see. I can safely say I was never jazzed for this movie, says LK. I understand it. Miss Sosa, I haven't seen it yet, but was kind of looking forward to it. Okay, so we sit down. I actually don't know how long this movie is going to be, by the way. And I should say, I don't know how linear this review is going to be, but this movie is 2 hours and 2.5, right, Gailey? 2.5, easy. And here's the thing. I felt it. Gail felt it. Gail at the end was saying, yeah, I felt that runtime. There came a point where I kind of stepped out of the movie and I just was like, damn, this thing's long. It's like I was, okay, I am really kind of just like, there were parts I loved about it. I'm going to be completely honest about this movie. And I love the world building to it. And I like I love the fact that they took time to build characters. I like the characters in this film. But if you're not my wife and my kids, it's 2.5 hours. I don't want to watch you freaking put on a play. I'm sorry. It ain't gonna happen. And even my kids, I want to tell them, hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom. So yeah, I kind of felt the runtime towards the end there. Okay, let's start at the beginning. What the freaking hell was the beginning? Oh yeah, they woke up, they're on the ship and they're overlooking Earth, and you realize, okay, they've arrived. This celestial wants them to go and protect Earth. There will be spoilers, by the way. Try not to stay into the heavy spoilers until later. And first of all, you're going to hear a lot of people, I think, compare this to Dune. I can absolutely see this because this is a slow burn film. This is not your average Marvel movie. Now, that can appeal to some people. That might actually turn some people off. This is a slow burn. This really it does take time to build the world it's in. It's got 10 characters to introduce us to, and holy crap, they're going to take their time to introduce us to all of them. Thankfully, a couple of them, they introduce us a couple of at a time to save time. Unfortunately, they then split up where we get the reintroduction of the characters. So there's a lot of stuff here that you could probably cut out and get the same kind of movie. Like you do get, I'm sure you saw the preview. You know, they're doing the water. They're helping this one civilization to survive. It really does appear like they just love this one neighborhood for a long time. They spend time there way too much, in my opinion. It could have, the same information could have been conveyed with just a few scenes, or take out maybe 2 or 3 just to have a more linear story going throughout it. Otherwise, we're starting the modern day. We go to the past. We spend a lot of time in the past. We cross to the modern day. We go to the same time in the past. And the story told there is not a lot different. It's not like the information you go when you flash forward and then flash back. The information that that's given to you in the flashback was just given to you in the present. It'd be like, oh, you had to leave. Flashback. Hi, I'm going now. Bye. Well, we knew he left, but we don't get the reasons why he left. Oh, no, that happens when you go to the flash forward again, and then they flash back and show you. So there were a couple of times where the flashbacks just kind of conveyed the same information and everything. So this movie did not have to be 2.5 hours, or it really didn't. They could have cut this down to 2 hours, in my opinion, maybe 210, 220 without losing a damn thing. Yeah, the gay kiss scene was a what the moment and why. Well, once again, I didn't mind. I'm not someone who is against it. Look, I'm against the concept of you change this character from one thing to another. Hello to RDV. I'm against that concept. Okay, it's done. So now it's not what it's about it's how it's about it. You know, so if you do this well, then I'm with you. Okay. It's just the way. I've seen comic book characters. I've seen all sorts of situations. If they do it well, I'm with you. I'm good to go. So the relationship between the 2 gay characters, which is the Black Eternal and just a boyfriend, just a guy he met, I thought was done well. But the kiss itself literally could be cut out. Nothing's missed. Nothing's missed from the story. It has no weight because we already know that he cares about his family and he loves his family so much because he lost his faith in humanity thanks to Hiroshima. It's he's got the power, kind of like what's his name, Forge in the X-Men. He's the technology guy. He could create technologies, and he helps humanity get to the nuclear bomb. He helps that. That's his power. And so now it's more of he feels responsible. So he loses faith, but he meets this guy and they have a family. They adopt a child, and now he's living a normal life, not using his powers, but through that speech, how he found this guy, and through watching his husband and child, his faith in humanity is restored. So the information is conveyed there. The kiss, that's extra, and they treat it like extra. And that's one of the things that Disney. Oh, thank you, Miss O, for liking the Snoopy thing. And that's why the kiss doesn't matter. That's why Disney gets criticism, is because they say, hey, we're going to have the first gay this, we're going to have the first this, we're going to have the, but then they make it so it's so easy to cut out because they only care about getting those social justice virtue signal points here in America, but they cut it overseas. You want to be ballsy, Disney? Leave it overseas. Say, no, this is where we take a stand. You don't want to show the movie, that's on you, but we're taking the stand. If they did that, then I'd have a little more respect for them, because otherwise, once again, relationship done well. Kiss was cringy. RDV, did you see this one?
No, I valued my time.
Okay.
It's not, because, like I said, I sat through No Time to Die and No Time to Care. So
haven't seen that one yet.
I'm just saying I don't want to go 2 for 2.
All right. So let's see. Would the movie have worked better as a TV series? I actually think it would have. I do. I think for what they wanted to convey, I really do believe that they did their best with what they had. I understand this. They do this thing where they try to get the cheapest director. And so they got this woman. She ended up getting an Oscar this year. They got her before the Oscar, obviously, because this movie has taken time to make. And okay, I think she did a fine job. I don't think this is a beautiful movie. I don't think it's in the same vein as Dune. I think Dune was a freaking painting on screen. It was amazing to watch. It's not a horribly ugly movie. I think there were some good fight scenes. There were some bad fight scenes. At least you could tell what was going on. And to me, that's very important to actually be able, like, if you watch, what is it? The very first Transformers movie. I did not like it. I didn't like the fight scenes because all it was metal moving around and you couldn't really tell what was going on.
That's the thing too. When you bring something like colorful and bright and happy as Transformers is, with the cartoon series, and I use happy in a kind of a light sense because they're always getting their butts.
Yeah, I get what you're talking about.
But to make it just overly just dark and and just horrible. Yeah,
this movie, however, hold on. I'm not going to, if you're not seeing it, I'm not going to allow you to say dark and horrible about this movie.
I didn't say that, no. Okay. I was talking about Transformers.
Because we're not the black pilled. Whoever taught me that, thank you very much. We're not black pilled here, man. But yeah, the Transformers, you're right. It was colorful and then it's just brown. This is, and that did happen. And I got to tell you, part of me, I really wanted the Jack Kirby colors. If you're not going to put it on the clothing, then put it in the world itself. They go on to their spaceship. We've seen it in Thor Ragnarok. Let's see it on that spaceship. Let's see a Kirby design. Let's see that this is a Kirby world. I would have loved to have seen that. They didn't do that here. So a lot of stuff, in my opinion, on this film was just, it was bland. It's flat. The Icarus colors, red, bright blues, the big circles on the chest. It's blue with a little bit of white, and it's kind of, it doesn't look bad, but when you think about how colorful, how bright the comic book was, in my opinion, it does suffer for it. I think we're at a time where it's a-okay to embrace the silliness of the comics. We saw it in other movies. You can bring it on in, and I'm not a big fan of how they mute the comic book version of it. You know, so the look of the film, I wish I could say, oh my gosh, it's the most beautiful. No, it's not. Dune, yes. This movie, no.
I do have a question though for those of us who don't really. I know some of the Eternals, but for the people who don't read comics, going this, would this be a movie made for them?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and I'll tell you why I think that, because nobody in comics even knows the Eternals. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be 100% honest with each other. Comic book fans even don't give a about the Eternals. We never did. That's why every time the Eternals has a series, no one buys it. It's canceled by 2:30 in the afternoon of the day the first issue releases. And by that, I mean, of course, yeah, some people do. Okay. So don't get freaking HJW on me and go, oh, but no, well, actually, no, shut the up. If you're the one guy who's read the Eternals freaking like religiously since the 1970s, congratulations. You're the one guy. All right. Nobody gave a about the Eternals. Here they actually explain who they are, MCU. And here's the thing. That's one of the reasons why it doesn't bother me so much to have all the changes. If you're going to yell and scream at me, though, oh my gosh, they changed them into this. You didn't give a that's false outrage, because you don't give a shit about the Eternals. Nobody does. God bless Jack Kirby. You know I love him. But this is the one thing. More people give a crap about the Devil Dinosaur than they do the Eternals. More people give a crap about freaking Commandy than they do the Eternals. So let's not go off on any kind of I love the Eternals. Oh my God, I can't believe how they ruined them.
To be fair, I used to get the Acolytes, the Eternals, and the Humans all mixed up. So when I was going into this, like the 2000s, like, and I was like, okay, those Eternals, I'm like, wait, I thought that's Inhumans. And it's like, I just said, the Eternals, I guess I'd have to go and read up on them, but it just seems like they're just a bunch of people that do not get involved in the world. So they're basically like the Watcher, but I guess they're humans that were given powers by cosmic beings.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
which isn't humans.
Well, no, they're. I don't want to spoil too much.
No, I know.
At a certain point, I'll yell spoilers, and then it's going to go to that.
I just want to say about comics, though. Not the movie.
I wish I could answer the question, but you know what? I've been reading comics for 45 years and can't give two shits about the Eternals, just like everybody else. I'm sorry. It's just maybe Eric Breen is the one person. But yeah, they're created by the Celestials to fight the deviants and such, and that is that's how it is.
I can only point out what I've seen for people in the comments section when they have trailer stuff. People said, "Well, why is this coming out now?" And also, is Thanos is half deviant? Why weren't they involved with that? Is this?
Well, they answered that in the previews. As a matter of fact, so you know what? Okay, here's something. I'll tell you what. You want to start freaking flame wars or whatever they're freaking called these days? Anytime you see anybody on any of the channels, the Black Pills and all that kind of stuff, if they bring up the swap and go say, England says, shut the up. You don't give a about the Eternals, so shut the up. You don't care. This is false rage. Shut the up. www.shuttheup.com. That should be it. Okay. If you have problems with the story, okay, I get it. There's story problems. If you have problems with the way the movie looks, I get it. There are problems. But don't give me any kind of, oh my God, I can't believe they swapped this character. Because yes, you can believe it. And two, you don't give a about the Eternals. All right. So there you go. That's it. www.shuttheup.com. All right. Let's see. In the comics there, the inspiration for a lot of mankind's legends. Yeah, they actually play that off here as well. Omar, the fact that, of course, you got Athena, who becomes Athena. Gilgamesh is in this as well. So Icarus, of course. Yeah. So yeah, they do play them off like that. So why was that mean man yelling at the 7 Eternals fans? I'm not. Right. Okay, so let's get back to it. What are some goods? What are some bads? Let's take them both, and there we have.
My question is, they're bringing these characters into the cinematic universe. Is that to explain stuff that's been missing or going on, or is there actually a point to this?
There's if the ending, like there is some after credits.
Okay.
And holy crap. I am jazzed for the next, let's be honest here for just a second. Actually, I'm honest throughout the entire thing with my opinion. I'm not excited about the multiverse. I fucking hated the What If TV show. The What If TV show sucked, and I love the What If comic, but I am not even a little bit excited about this multiverse that they're going on, because I'm seeing how it's fucking excuse my language, screwing up the freaking comics. And I'm thinking, you know what? You take away the stakes if you just say, oh, well, it's on another Earth. No.
So that
but what they laid out here, what they laid out at the end of this movie, I'm like, yes, I want this. This is what I want. So I'm good to go on this one.
I mean, with the multiverse, yes, it is, and it's giving them a crush to go say, oh, we screwed up with this. Let's go back, rewind that. You know, it basically gives them the option to bring back Tony Stark if they wanted to.
Yeah. Well, it depends. Like I said, if they follow through on this, it looks like it could be really good. Of course, I'm thinking, you know, of course, I'm one of these people. Normally, I don't go, well, you know, this will lead up to that, because ultimately you're setting yourself up for disappointment. You know, raise your hand if everybody thought that Mephisto was going to show up in WandaVision. You know, it's one of those things.
And the director said she didn't know who he was.
So here's the thing. I am among the people who believe that Galactus would make an excellent next big villain. And that could be set up in this movie, not with the end credits. There was nothing in this movie that said that he would be. It's just that I see how he could be now. Although they seem to be opening up doors with the multiverse. Now, I think it would be really cool if we saw like the Avengers characters doing this bit, but then they bring in cosmic characters like the Eternals to deal with something else. I think that would be kind of cool. Let's see. What are we going to do here? Go through the characters and everything. They actually did do a little hello, how are you doing? Aren't you from Game of Thrones? Yeah, I'm from Game of Thrones. With Rob Stark and what's his name? The main character of Game of Thrones.
Jon Snow?
Kit something or Kit something. Kit Harington. Yeah. They do meet, and they kind of play. They don't wink. Oh, they don't do it that much, but there's just kind of a look and a line, and I kind of dug that. I think Rob Stark, I don't know his name. Sorry, guys. He's Rob Stark. Rob Stark, he plays Icarus fine. I got to tell you, I love... Oh, by the way, why don't I put a spoiler alert on this part? Because I feel like I'm speaking freely right now.
And his name's Richard Madden. Okay,
Richard Madden. Cool. So Rob Stark goes to meet the... you know, they're gathering everybody, and he goes to meet the Black Eternal, and his kid goes, oh, it's Superman! And they have a whole... They have this whole thing. Oh, no, you wore the cape, and you... And even the black guy says, so should I call you Clark now? And I'm like, oh, awesome. Wait a second. Another thing that would be kind of cool is this multiverse brings in a Marvel versus DC kind of movie, but never going to happen. That would be a legal trap for them.
Did they mention the kid call him Superman? Did they mention that name in there? Or was that just in the trailer?
Oh, no. He flat out says, you're Superman. I saw you. You were wearing the cape and you were shooting your... And I think it's there to kind of address the fact that Icarus is Superman. He's got the laser eyes. He flies around. He's super strong. He's kind of invulnerable.
To me, it feels more kind of like a dig, saying like, "Hey, you're WB, you're falling apart over there. We're doing well in the MCU."
Oh no. It's an actual. I mean, come on. He is actually. He's a Superman stand-in.
Well, I didn't see Peter Parker there or Peter Palmer.
Right. The Forge character, the black guy, he's fine. Let's see. Gemma Earthman, the Asian chick playing Cersei, she was okay. She's kind of bland, and that's part of the problem. I mean, she's nice to look at, but she's kind of bland going throughout, and she's supposed to be one of the central characters. It's her, it's Icarus, and what's his name, the Indian guy, Najami or whatever his name is. They're kind of the three that are walking around getting everybody, so they're the focal point more. He's Najami. He's the comedic, the comedy relief, and I've got to say something. And this is a flat out positive, no way to spin it other than positive. the jokes, there are jokes in this film, but they're sparsed. They're or spaced, I should say. This isn't freaking Waikiki, whatever his name is. I'm bad with names tonight. This isn't freaking Thor Ragnarok, where it's like, oh, my brother, he was stabbed in the throat and the blood sprayed over me. And I think I actually ingested some of my brother. Here's a joke. You know, it wasn't anything like that. It wasn't let's watch something horrific and then we'll tell a joke. The jokes happened throughout the movie, but because they weren't so freaking prevalent all throughout, like the rest, like the MCU was after Guardians of the Galaxy, the jokes landed better, in my opinion. So that necessary levity actually worked as necessary levity. It never undercut a dramatic moment. And that's very, very important to a story. One of the reasons why I did actually like this story. I liked this movie. I think 20 minutes needed to be cut off this thing. You know, that was the big problem. I was getting bored. I was liking what I was seeing, but I was praying. I was like, oh my gosh, can we get one of those Justice League story breaks so we could stop here and we could take a little, you know, it was just, it kind of dragged and it was poorly paced throughout the film. She is a new director. God bless her. Happy Oscar day. Glad you got your award for the movie that you made about a woman driving around in a freaking RV dumping in a bucket. God bless you. That does not say that you should be directing a 2.5-hour Marvel action epic.
The $200 million.
You know, but that being said, and this is probably one of the reasons why I think she was good at directing the story. She was good at bringing out the characters. I've got to give this woman credit for that much. But oh my God, the pacing's horrible. It really is. Gail, I always look to Gail because I'm a shill. Look, I'm an easy mark for superhero movies. I've never hidden the fact that I am. So I look to Gail sometimes and I ask her, so what do you think? She goes, "Is I?" And I said, well, what do you mean, is I? And she says, I liked it, but I was looking at my clock way too much. And that's the way it was for her. She liked the film. She liked it fine, but just the same, she was bored off her ass after a little bit.
That's me lately. A lot of movies coming out from Hollywood. I'm looking at my phone 30 minutes in. I'm like, hey, look, I want to see how far I am. And I'm like, oh, crap, it's only been 30 minutes.
Sometimes, well, I got to admit, I've been doing that recently to Netflix originals, like all these Halloween, these horror movies that came out. God, you're so boring. Just get freaking on with it already.
Get with the killing.
But this one, I really do think up to about the 2-hour moment, I was fine. I'm into this movie. And then I was like, okay. But then I'm into it again. So it was really just sort of, you know, it wasn't like I was bored all throughout. It's just after a little bit, it got boring. I liked there were some fight scenes I liked. Some fight scenes I thought were kind of repetitive. You see the deviants attack Small Village. And then a little bit later, guess what? They attack Small Village. So I'm thinking, wait, didn't we see this scene? I mean, I get that the first time they fight at the Small Village, it's to set up the fact that this is what they do. Okay, it really was right at the beginning of the movie. The second time, however, it's in the middle of the movie, and I'm thinking, no, you should have had a bigger set piece for this. You want to elevate your fight scene. So the last one is the holy crap, I can't believe this is happening kind of stuff. But if you go from one small village to the other small village, it's the same thing. As a matter of fact, they do kind of address the whole why the Eternals doesn't interfere with anything, with humanity. And they're doing that, and they're having this conversation in the backdrop of a war. So they're sitting there talking about, should we do things? What should we do if we can't? If you guys aren't going to do things, then I'm leaving. Wait, we shouldn't break up. Maybe we should break up. And all along in the background, you're seeing people fighting. You're hearing the sounds of war. That was a far more exciting scene than the next scene, which of course was the big fight in the village. Hello to Dominic.
Good evening, England team. VENKMAN.
What's up?
Have you seen this movie?
No, nor am I planning to.
Really? So you're like flat out, no, you don't. You're just not going to see. My assumption is that you're not going to see it in the theaters, but if it were to come on Netflix or Disney Plus and you've got it, you'll watch it.
Disney Plus, maybe. It would be probably for me if it was Disney Plus, because I don't know. It's I just wasn't that jazzed up seeing this. I'm waiting for Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
That's it? Like, okay, hold on. You say that as if you're not going to watch any other superhero movie until Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm saying I'm not jazzed up about anything except for Guardians, the next Guardians.
Oh, okay.
I might not, I'll watch the Hawkeye show coming out, but like I'm not really that excited anything that's coming out.
Yeah. So by the way, I do ask that you please leave the profanity and too many spoilers out of the comment section, please, especially the profanity. The reason being is that YouTube freaking counts it on us, and it'll demonetize you pretty damn quick. Sorry, Casey, but I gotta watch it. All right. We're talking about diversity. Okay, Trey, come on. Oh, by the way, that's the first thing my wife said. She goes, "Wow, every race is fulfilled," which I actually thought, you know what would be kind of cool about this is if when they split up, they just meet a whole bunch of people, they're banging, and that's why we got different races. Why not? Why not? Because you look like the freaking Benetton ad before you land on the thing. So they are right. It is diversity in the movie, but it wasn't all boring. It wasn't all bad. Yeah, it's a never for me. If I never cared about the Eternals comics, why would I care about the movie? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
When I saw it was Casper Star Fox, I was like, oh, first of all, he's not a fox. That's Harry Styles. Great.
Okay, so yeah, I want to get to things. I'm not gonna have my fucking if I'm spoiling something, I want it to be here, not in there. So because I don't want to be led to stuff. I want to talk about stuff that goes. But I will address one. I do have to address what they're talking about, and I did a little bit. They don't really do anything with the fact that they're all different races, they're different ages. They do talk about the different age, but they really don't do too much with the different races. And so while it is definitely the Benetton ad, at the very least, they're not pushing it.
And they're asking what a Benetton ad is.
Oh, shut up, young people.
You have Google at your fingertips.
This movie looks like a dry piece of toast. I don't get that. Please explain why it looks like a dry piece of toast. A Benetton ad was in the past. Maybe I'm thinking of something different, but it was always one from every race, and the world's a good and happy place. Oh my gosh, we got to go. So it was kind of and they played that off. They didn't play off the different races. You know, the black character wasn't like, oh, and now since I saw the oppression of, and nothing like that. Nia Jami plays a Bollywood actor, which I kind of thought was funny. There was a scene where he's explaining, just because he's asked, how is it that nobody's noticed that you've been a leading man for 100 years? What are you talking about? That's my great-grandfather. That's my grandfather. That's my father. That's me. And so he had been playing like a legacy family, so he could still be in Bollywood. And that was pretty damn awesome. I liked that. And usually this character, and he's the guy that everybody got mad at because he said that dumb tweet It was in, you know, the one where he's talking about we pissed off the right people. What are the right people there, dumbass? You piss off. What you're doing is when they say that, when they do that, they're pissing off the people who are like me, going to give their money to see a movie that stars a superhero pretty much no matter what. Like I said, I'm the mark. I will go see damn near any superhero film. I want these to be successful. So they look, this one might be bad. The one they make tomorrow might be good.
Well, the good thing
if they don't make money, they're going to stop making superhero movies. And I've lived my life, and I've seen so many freaking police procedurals, and I've seen 5,000 freaking romantic comedies a fucking year through the freaking 90s and the 80s. I've seen the police procedurals. I've seen every goddamn white savior sports movie in the world. So can I, for fucking 15 years, have a goddamn superhero movie out where I don't get asked, are we tired of fucking superhero movies yet? Could we please? Could we just simmer that shit down? Look, some of them are going to be good. Some are going to be bad. Shut the up about, oh, I can't say. Oh, there's so many superhero movies. Go f yourselves. There's 2, maybe 3 a year, but they get the most attention. You jackass with a big ass eyebrows, freaking Martin Scorsese. What have you ever done for Hollywood? All right. So, I'll watch anything produced on the premise that they're going to diversify it and not follow the source. Almighty Jack, no, you don't give a fuck about the Eternals, okay? Don't give me that. You don't give a shit about the Eternals. Play that game with anybody else. The Eternals, you don't give a fuck about. That nobody gave a shit about the Eternals. Nobody did. And at this point, it's not what it's about. It's how it's about it. And I hated the fact that they sold this movie on its diversity and not its story. The story is actually pretty good.
Yeah. He already said
the story is good. And they should have. And this one of the things that freaking pisses me off the most is that they never freaking sell a movie on a goddamn story. I don't give a fuck about who's gay. I don't give a fuck about who's black or white or anything. Just make them good actors and make sure that you goddamn tell a good story. So in the hell. And by the way, yeah, I agree, Almighty Jack. Neither did Disney. When I say nobody, I mean nobody gives a shit about the Eternals. Same with Shang-Chi. I never cared about that either and have no interest in the comic. I actually love the Shang-Chi comics, and I got to tell you, I went and saw the Shang-Chi. I got to see it again because that was a movie, one of the few movies that I came out of, and I'm like, this is all right. And my wife's like, oh, wow, that was good.
It's just funny. I forgot Shang-Chi existed because all it was Iron Fist, and then Iron Fist got sidetracked.
By the way, let me talk about something the Miss So says blood pressure-y, huh? Okay, so one of the things when me and Gail go out on date night, we go to our Texas Roadhouse Steakhouse, and they got this $9.99 6-ounce steak special, you know, and then we go to an ice cream shop, right? I don't really like eating ice cream. I like drinking it, you know, so I get it in milkshake form. But today they had a sale, buy one get one free on the floats on the ice cream sodas. So I go through all the weird flavors they've got, and I'm like, what goes good with what? So the first one I got was a graham cracker ice cream in a chocolate soda, light chocolate soda. You don't want the chocolate overpowering the graham cracker flavor, right? Full, freaking delicious. But then I got another one, which was root beer and cappuccino chip. So, yeah, I'm a little bit revved, man.
I want to comment on what LK is saying. I disagree with your premise there. I don't have to care about specific characters they have an issue with. Their larger issue that they use these characters like empty skins for their own worldviews.
Okay. That's fair. No, that's fair enough. That's fair.
Yeah.
Argument.
Yep, that's pretty fair.
Yeah. Welcome everybody to Germans bombing Pearl Harbor portion of life.
Is it even the Germans anymore? It could be the Russians probably now.
It's everybody. Again, I'm off on everybody tonight, man. Like I said, I'm kind of wired. I'm jazzed, man. But LK does make a good point. I gotta concede that you're right. You don't need to really care for the characters to not want them to be used for an agenda.
But I want to comment on that and say that I get what he's saying, which at least I'm thinking what you're saying is basically, and I want to put words in your mouth, but what I would say to that is that I don't want to see people virtue signaling, saying, "Oh, I'm not seeing this because it looks woke," and then they have to go tweet about it. That I don't like that crap, because then you're no different than the person who's virtue signaling, saying, "Hey, there's a gay person there."
Here's the thing: the changing of the characters was the woke part. The movie actually isn't.
Yeah.
The movie's not. I'm sorry, guys, who want to blast this out of the freaking water. Sorry, it's not. It's not a woke film. And once again, to me, the presence of a gay couple does not make a movie woke. Okay, the changing of the character to gay, you could say was woke. All right, I get that. I get that. They did not overdo anything in this film, and that I've got to give props to. Okay, thank you. Hold on, guys. I asked Elizabeth to explain something. They did. England team. What I mean is from the trailer, it looks like color grading for this film is terrible. I mean, Kirby created this, and when you said dry toast, I'm thinking brown. This movie's more gray than anything, because when you were saying that, I was like, dry toast. But I guess you mean like it's flavorless. And to that, I've got to. That's a good way to put it, Elizabeth. Because I did talk about this earlier. I want the Kirby world, even if you're not going to put it on their suits. And I guess maybe the bright colored suits they have, definitely the headdresses might not work the way Kirby would draw them. Then when they get in that goddamn ship, we should be seeing Kirby all over the freaking walls. But unfortunately, Elizabeth is right on that. But I did speak to that, and I do agree with you. It is a very flat looking movie, unlike Dune, which still has that kind of blue, that like somebody put a blue film on the lens. Dune was still a beautiful movie. I just don't think that Asian McAsian girl, the director, really did a good job at making this a beautiful movie. That
movie poster behind it looks like a crossover of something like X-Files and Dune.
It's Saving Private Ryan. I'm not fucking kidding you.
I know. They all
except for the triangle on the top. If you had Ryan's head in just one of the Eternals, that is the same color grade. That's the same color scheme as Saving Private Ryan. I shit you not. Someone's going to look it up now. This is Saving Private Ryan. Okay. Here you go. Oh, right. It's Saving Private Ryan, guys. All right, so
I just love how all the trailer posters are all the same now.
Oh yeah, well they want to do that for a while. It was like reds and blues because the contrast of colors. So you've got the yellow and then you got the black because they contrast. So it's supposed to draw your eye a lot closer, and that's why certain posters do that. What I hate nowadays is that they're all photoshopped. I want a good goddamn Drew Struzan kind of poster. For those of you who don't know the name, he did Star Wars, he did Indiana Jones, he did the Goonies. You know, any really cool painted poster, more than likely was Drew Struzan. I said Struzan.
It's 80s had great posters.
Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah. I think it started in the late 90s, right? When he started doing all the same posters. Late 90s. And then
how much I could go to Freddy's for a frozen custard.
Uncle Fudge might have ice cream for you, though.
Oh, by the way, Rhaegar, we talked about the Marvel Eternals getting banned. It's let's see, the movie has allegedly been removed from websites in each of the country, but is still listed in the United Arab Emirates. It was due to debut in the Gulf region, but they are waiting for them to make cuts. It's fairly common for movies to be banned in these markets in line with their censorship regulations, particularly regarding depictions of violence, immortality, and intimacy overall. Wonder Woman was banned in Lebanon, Kuwait, and Qatar over Gal Gadot's comments on Israel, while Cruella was not granted for releasing Qatar over a gay issue. And look, like I said, there's a gay kiss in here. They do have a sex scene. Neither one, in all honesty, the sex scene's the same way. You don't want the sex scene in there? Clip. Hello, Qatar, have a movie. So ultimately, it's for our benefit. The gay kiss is for America's benefit. It truly has nothing to do with the story, because we're already told that Icarus and Cersei are in love. The information is given. The sex scene is a cherry on top. Unfortunately, not as much of a cherry as I would. Not the cherry I wanted to see. Let's just put it that way. Or they didn't show enough of the cherry.
It's just cherry?
No, I like I said, they just didn't show enough of the cherry I did want to see. Let's see.
You wanted cherry or Terry. That's what you wanted.
Oh, no. Maybe in her prime. I knew it wasn't
what was that?
From the critics not liking it. Yeah, Yellow Spider-Man. I haven't read it. I wanted to go and read some of these because I watched the film, and that's the only thing I could think of is they heard gay characters, so they think it's going to be a gay movie. Like all of a sudden, Eternals is going to be like Asia Falls or something like that.
It's the CW Eternals.
Birdcage for Americans. The same thing. I think LK's comment reveals an ages-old divide that English major types advocate for art driven by changes in the character of the characters. Many genre fans enjoy plot points and world building. Who was it? It was Chuck Dixon talking about when they run out of ideas, they just change the characters. And
yep.
He did mention that before.
It's like politics. They just do the same crap every 6 years.
Yeah. Rhaegar saying the critics not liking it made his antenna go up, and he has an A-list on the AMC pass, so I have an excuse to go see it. I hope you like it. Like I said, I didn't hate this movie. There are parts I really liked. I think it could do with another edit. I think it needs about 20 minutes cut out of it. I'm A-okay with a good, well-moved movie. Like if there's something Roger Ebert said. It was a great movie is never too long, and a bad movie is never short enough. And I truly agree with that. I could watch Gone with the Wind. I watched the 5-hour Hamlet back in the 1990s. I can watch that kind of stuff. If it's good, it's good. You can sit through a 3-hour movie if you are really excited, if you're really jazzed for it.
Titanic, anyone?
Yeah, Titanic. I had no problem sitting through. Let's see. Remember, dark muted palettes are often used to hide bad visual effects. There is a couple of times, like there's this little gold marble that's in Selma Hayek, and it pops out whenever the Celestial wants to talk to her. And a couple of times it looks really bad. I mean, it looks like TV bad, like TV in the 2000s bad, because it's obviously just CGI circling around her. My point being, I'll never watch another Disney movie until either they sell their IPs. Yeah, it ain't happening.
Like I said, I hope Ditko gets his IP, or his family gets the IP.
Let's see. Can't wait to see the receipts from Disney's favorite country, China. That ain't gonna happen either. I mean, it might be released over there, but I don't see it. I don't see this one going well over there. How colorful are the main Eternal characters in the movie? Their action figures look very colorful and cool. Well, that's not exactly 100% wrong as far as the colors of their costumes. Yeah, they're very muted. Unfortunately, they look okay, but they're very muted. The like Icarus's blue outfit is what you see in the previews is what you get. There's no extra sheen.
Yeah.
You're only allowed floating head movie posters now. I know, right? Some of them are horrible. What was it? I think it was Spider-Man, the first one. What was that one called? Homecoming. Yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming. Like, I didn't mind the one where he's in the yellow jacket and he's laying down, but the one that everybody's like looking in different directions, that was so poorly put together. But I don't see Disney selling off their things, and I think some people might care, but a lot of people are just going to be taking a job. I don't think, in all honesty, I think this director did her best, and that, take that how you will, how you will. I think she did a fine job. I don't think she did a great job. I think she's more used to directing movies about people dumping in a trailer and all that kind of stuff rather than superhero movies. So it kind of drags out.
I think for a future thing, you're going to have to rank the top 10 best MCU movie posters.
Ooh, that's not a bad. We lost Dominic.
He went to go count.
I can't wait for the woke convergence of pro-gay sex, pro-body positivity, and anti-ageism in Disney. In other words, a 60-year-old overweight pair of gay dudes doing it on a screen 40 feet tall.
That'll be at the park first before it gets to the movie theater.
Which was more painful to sit through, Snyder Cut, which I loved, and I have said that it might be one of my favorite films of the year, or Eternals, which is going to be right somewhere probably in the middle, maybe high middle. I would go with the Eternals being the more painful, but it wasn't painful to watch.
Snyder Cut, if it's your first time watching through it and you take your breaks, if you watch it 4 hours straight, I don't care how old you are, you're going to be tired. Because 4 hours, you're sitting on your butt.
I did it. I watched it in one shot. Well, no, that's not true, because I watched a segment and then I reviewed it on the movie channel
yeah.
And then I watched it and then I reviewed it to give a full review. It's over on Old Man Comics and Extreme Movie Show. I
took an hour break just so I could pee and just wake myself up because it's just, I was watching early in the morning. I watched it from like 4 o'clock in the morning to 8. Oh, I was going.
Is the reason why they never went after the deviant named Thanos mentioned, since they're supposed to fight the deviants, also just ignored the snap. Okay, so I don't believe in the Marvel Universe, in the MCU. I don't think Thanos is a deviant. They never mentioned it. So I would get that get that out of your head. It's not a thing in the MCU. And yes, they did bring up.
The thing is, though, Thanos isn't a deviant. He's an Eternal born with a deviant gene. So he's a mutant among his people.
Okay. Was this basically just Ancient Aliens? I don't know what that is, in all honesty. Let's see. It's not being a hateful bigot to not want to watch certain things, Robert. Wait, what? Watch the naked old people. Yeah, right. We watched Snyder Cut in one day, but took discussion breaks for each. Yes, we were drinking. Yeah, I guess I did take breaks watching the Snyder Cut, because I did, like I said, go over to Extreme Movie Show. Look it up. After every segment, I talk about, well, this segment, this happened, and blah, 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 and this is how I felt. It's also on Old Man Comics, but Extreme Movie Show needs views.
I watched it by myself because it's a different experience when you watch it with friends, because sometimes friends will not shut up. So if you're trying to pay attention to something for the first time watching it, it kind of ruins the experience.
Yeah, I prefer going to the movies with Gail or myself because there's less. I hate people being near us. There were the theater was pretty packed, and I hate that moment.
The wrinkle
where the previews gets done, and you got this moment of silence before the movie starts, and all you hear is package open, crinkle, crinkle. Gosh, yeah.
That's your ASMR video.
That's a test for me. Gail has calmed me down in a lot of movie theaters before. So,
man blows up theater.
Yeah. Ancient Aliens is what ruined the History Channel. It's the show where they look at pyramids and the one guy with the crazy hair says humans couldn't have built that. Okay, sure. They literally showed how humans could do that in other shows. But anyway, okay, so the end credit, we were asked, is the end credits worth it? Yeah, I thought so. Look, when I was a kid, okay, this is big spoiler alert in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. When I was a kid, Eros was a part of the Avengers. So I thought I knew who it was when the little one kind of rolls up. I was like, oh, Pip. That's cool. Pip the Troll shows up. That's awesome. But I kept hearing things like Adam Warlock is going to be in this. And so I didn't know what, because he does this big announcement. But then so I'm thinking, okay, he's going to start announcing Adam Warlock. And then he mentions something about Pleasure. And I went, no freaking way. They're going to do Star Fox. They're going to freaking do Star Fox. And yeah, so Star Fox comes out. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. Good job, guys. Good job. I'm very happy about that. The last credit scene was, it was announcing the Black Knight. So he opens the box, there's the sword, and he's like, oh no, I don't know if I want this. I don't know what. And so he moves over, he hears it whispering to him. So he's kind of running his fingers along, and you see ripples going up and down as he's moving his fingers over it. And you hear, I think it was Mahershala Ali in the background. You hear him go, are you sure you want this, Dane? And that's when it stops. So I'm like, wait a second. Does this mean Black Knight's going to be in Blade, or is how are they going to play this? Because I know all of the speculators were big on Black Knight being in this movie, but he's not. The character is, but he's not. But I think that was Mahershala or Ali. If you guys have seen this and you know more, please by all means let me know. But it does sound like it did to me. It sounded like him. So that means Blade was asking the Black Knight if he wanted this. And I'm thinking, did Blade and the Black Knight ever team up before? But maybe because you're dealing with vampires, you're dealing with souls. Maybe. Okay. Well, we need to block the shit out of that, don't we?
Another one. Our same guy. Oh. Please.
Yep. Block the fuck out of that, by the way. That should already be blocked.
Yeah, it's blocked. And I'll report it.
Okay. Because I do not want to have that kind of shit on my channel. Somebody else fucking around. What, did I say anything about the war campaign today? Is that why I'm getting these little bitches come up? Let's see. Basically, if you sound like Cottonmouth from Luke Cage, then yes. Yeah, that's what it sounded like. Let's see. When is there Eternal streaming right now? The only torrent has French subtitles and ads for online casinos. I don't mind the online. They're easy to skip. But I haven't. I saw it at the theater. So, yeah, I didn't stream this one. I guess I got to go see the James Bond because on the streaming site, it still has the camera guy, and that guy was pretty good. So I don't know about that one. Sounds more like the best thing about the end credits is the fact that the rest of the movie is over. Oh, maybe. Depends on how you like the movie. Overall, I liked it. I got to say, I didn't love it. I guess if I'm going 1 through 10, 1 and 2 being horrible, 3 and 4 being bad, 5 and 6 being average, 7 and 8 being good, 9 and 10 being perfect, I'd probably go 7. I think there was a lot I liked more than I disliked about this film. Tell you the truth. Sorry, gang. I know a lot of people are going off on this movie, and I know that's the thing to do, but in all honesty, it's a 7. It had its moments. I felt bored a little bit towards the end, but they picked it up. I liked how they handled everything. I like the ending. It's just, like I said, I think they should cut out about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. Based off the trailer, I would rate, I'd say it's average, probably a 5 for me.
Yeah.
I don't feel praise about it. Well, I don't hate it either. It's just, it's there. No, that's based off the trailer. That's the reason I don't really care to go watch it. because I saw the trailer, and usually trailers are usually like teasers. It makes you kind of excited to see it, but
Okay, so let's see.
Yeah, that's actually how I feel when I watch like Shang-Chi. It was average at best.
Yeah, my wife loved that one. I thought it was this guy. Let's see. Eternals answers a question. Cosmic portions it befits Marvel release with a whole new cast of characters. Blah 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 blah. Chloe Zhao is singular gifted filmmaker. Yeah, she did one movie. The answer is more than well enough, even though the story stretched out over 157 minutes is rambling and repetitive. Okay, so all right. So at least this guy had the same problems I did with it. There's also a question whether the Eternals, a race of immortal beings who arrived on Earth, yet in every race that Earth has. Let's see. The production graphics are striking with shimmering gold filigraphs as motif. The physical locations are spectacular. No, they're not. I think this guy's overselling it. What's this guy say who hated it? This is Minneapolis something or other.
I can't read it so small.
Let's see. I went to the Eternals hoping it would feel at least as much like a Chloe Zhao movie. She's done one. There's not enough movies to understand what a Chloe Zhao movie would be. Let's see. The Nomadland Oscar winner established a distinctive naturalistic style and low-budget movie. Blah, 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 blah. The Eternals has an extra degree of difficulty because it must introduce a dozen characters who, unlike... okay, let's get to it. God damn it. I hate it when they freaking pad these things. Even Angelina Jolie's tense Thena and what's his name's quippy Iron Man Kingo register because Zhao hangs with him long enough. That's one of the things I said. So why did you hate it? Zhao is ambitious. She wants to connect Eternals to the greatness tradition of storytelling, but the movie never earns a place there. There's so many heroes fighting to save the world that we don't connect to any of them. Even immediately after seeing it, it's hard to remember what some of their powers are. Is he the one that runs super fast, or is it her? And in a 157-minute movie, why is there no villain for the first 2 hours? Because this isn't a bad guy, good guy movie. I'm sorry, gang, but it's not. It's not about man versus man. This is about man versus nature. So they're literally fighting the natural order of things, and that's why. I can't read those things. I'm sorry. I can't read that. I went to the movie hoping someone was pooping in the streets on screen. No one did, so I was disappointed. Some of these people are writing in the New Yorker. Yeah, it's like just get to the point. Get to the freaking point. Yeah, that's they have to blah, 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 yada yada blah, blah, blah,
yeah. So this is Chloe Zhao's fourth movie that she's.
Is it her fourth?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's done four.
She started and she did a couple of shorts back in
Those don't count. Those are shorts.
I know. Let me get to it.
All right.
2015, she did songs. My Brothers Taught Me, The Writer, Nomadland, and then Eternals. This is her fourth.
Songs My Brothers Taught Me.
Yep.
I wonder if these are documentaries versus narratives.
Independent Sundance films.
Let's see. Never was interested in Eternals, but would rather buy the Kirby trade paperback than watch the movie. Me too. I think I'm actually about to do that for a video tomorrow. On Fridays on Old Man Comics, I do the first appearances. So that's it. So how would you compare Eternals to Eternals every freaking day, twice on Sunday. Eternals. Let me think about it. Eternals. Okay. Eternals here. Captain Marvel here.
The answer is neither. So I've seen neither.
No, I'm not going to let you get away with that. I'm taking his answer. Eternals here. Captain Marvel is suck. Captain Marvel is just Captain Marvel is every bit of like immediate hatred that people get for previews and everything. Like, oh my God, the movie's going to automatically suck. Captain Marvel fills that slot for me. That movie was bad. I tried watching it. I thought, like, look here. I tried watching because I always think to myself, well, maybe I got something wrong. Maybe I missed something that some other people are seeing. So I'm going to give it another chance. Nope.
I mean,
could not do it.
Carol is a direct successor of Marvel. I mean, they ignore everybody else.
Yeah. I even tried to show it to Gail. Gail made it 5 minutes.
Did she threaten you?
No, well, she didn't do that, but she did say, turn this shit off. She made it 5 minutes into Captain Marvel before insisting that this shit gets turned off.
Maybe it wasn't the movie. Maybe you pissed her off beforehand and she just wanted to watch something else.
Look, I know Gail pissed at other things and Gail pissed at me. She was pissed at Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel fucking sucked. It did. I gave that thing its shot, man. I tried. Look, here's the thing. I watched Batman and Robin like 6 times with the idea that they could not have made a Batman movie this bad. I will watch it again. So I watch it. Yeah, they kind of did. And then a couple of years later, I'm just not buying it. No, there's got to be something to grab onto here. I watched that movie 5 times. Now I can watch it just because I understand it's the TV show. You know, it's not a movie, it's a TV show. But most of the time, if I watch Batman and Robin, I watch it with Joel Schumacher's commentary just to hear him go, I am so sorry for doing this, and I should have really stood up to the studio a bit more. This is my fault. I do apologize to all the Batman fans. To me, that's what I want. So, but at least I can watch Batman and Robin. In no way, shape, or form can I watch Captain Marvel. I would rather watch my toilet flush than Captain Marvel. It's shorter, and I see the shit go away instead of staying up on screen. So,
does yours go clockwise or counterclockwise?
Let's see. Joshua Wade just jumped on saying dumpster fire is a little hyperbolic. Yes, it is. It was a perfectly fine movie. Yes, it was. That definitely had some flaws. Yes, they did. And failed to live up to the hype. I don't know how much hype actually Eternals had, but everything else you said, Joshua, was just fine. You missed the part where I said overall, yeah, I kind of liked it. But the thing is, and here's, I'm a YouTuber. This is the way I'm trying to make a living. And the truth is, if I put Eternals, mighty fine, this video ain't getting clicked. Sorry, it ain't. So, okay, dumpster fire. That brings in the crowd. Wish it didn't. Wish I could put, it's just hunky-dory. But unfortunately, yeah, that's not good. Sounds like my wife making my wife watch Batwoman. Why would you do such a thing? Actually, I got to admit, I've seen only 2 episodes of Batwoman. I jumped off that ship very freaking quick.
Palpatine says it to Froggy all the time. Why do you torture me this way? And Froggy always says it's for your own benefit.
Glinzer, 5 minutes of Captain Marvel is 5 minutes more than I gave it. Let's see. Captain Marvel is not terrible. Yes, it was. But it's not too good, to be frank. I'd watch that again before I watched Iron Man 3 again. We are on different sides of the aisle on that one. But, I mean, different opinions is what keeps this world turning, right? I know Maranya hates Iron Man 3. I like Iron Man 3. There are problems with it, but I enjoyed enough. Thank God they had the real Mandarin, though, right? What gets me is, oh my gosh, the previews were so good. I mean, Ping Kingsley is the Mandarin. I was like, he's not Asian. This is going to be what. And then when I heard his voice, I was like, oh, now I get it. And then they do what they did. And then, oh my gosh, we're getting the Mandarin and Shang-Chi. No, we're not. The 10 rings should have been the power rings.
The Power Rangers?
Rings.
Oh.
Disney could have done so much with Marvel being in the MCU, but they could have killed them with the cancer, made a bunch of money for cancer charities. Instead, they gave everyone cancer with Brie Larson. I agree on that one. But that sounds like me complaining about the whole Superboy story, where they could have kept them young and we actually watched someone grow into their sexuality. Thanks for that answer. Now I will see Eternals at some point. Thanks for the answer. The only other Marvel character movie RT hates besides Eternals is the Hulk. I actually like that one. I like the Hulk. The one with
Eric Bana?
No, the other guy. The one that's attached to the Marvel. I really like that Hulk. That was pretty good. Paul I said it wrong. Paul Derrizen is saying his least is Thor: The Dark World. Maranya saying, I do not hate Iron Man 3. I dislike it these days. Some parts are good, so much others a waste of potential. And England teen, Rhaegar says, England teen, dude, you're so right, usually. The previews were amazing. I got chills every time I saw it, and then I saw the movie. Yeah. Captain Marvel wasn't completely awful. It was bad, though, says Clint. Not on my list for rewatching. Iron Man 3 was equally awful. Thank you, Edward Norton. Yeah.
Because you said Hulk. Okay, Incredible Hulk is a movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. The first one was the Hulk with Eric Bana, and Incredible Hulk was him. Let's see. The worst, I guess, would be Captain Marvel for me, and then I would have to go with Thor: The Dark World. Wait a second. I'm trying to think of these modern ones because sometimes I'm thinking, wait, no. Falcon and the Snowman. That one I freaking hated. I hated the Falcon and the Snowman. What If is possibly the worst thing attached to the MCU. I'm sorry for being wishy-washy. I usually stand up for my opinions, and I'm more strong about that. What If is absolutely the worst thing attached to the MCU. Hands down, without a doubt, you cannot convince me otherwise. But RDV, you can try.
Well, I don't need to because what you don't like, that's what you don't like. I don't need to change you.
There you go.
You're better off being sour like you are.
At a certain age, somebody, give me 10 years. Somebody's going to.
No, but I'll say for this, whatever I've seen of it, I didn't watch all the episodes. For the few that I did see, they were right, and some were bad. The best being the Doctor Strange one.
Yes, that was the best. That was the good one.
But yeah. I didn't watch all of them. I only watched maybe 3 or 4.
I think there were 2 good ones and one that I would say is okay, and then all of them sucked after. That show sucked. Horrible show. Horrible goddamn show. What
If? Let's talk about
What If.
Oh yeah, I also skipped out on What If because the show didn't really capture the spirit of the original series.
That show sucked. Oh man, I didn't know you had this take on What If. I keep threatening to do a video called What If was good, because this one was just ass. The show was ass. You know what? No, I've seen fine asses. This was not a fine ass. This was an SJW pooping on a cop car ass. That's what this is. This is a junkie trying to make it to the toilet and not quite doing it kind of ass. That show was.
It's a junkie trying to use a bucket as a toilet, and you're not realizing it's not a bucket; it's a cup.
This is a junkie trying to use a bucket as a toilet, realizing his sandwich is in there afterwards, still eating the sandwich. Kind of ass. That's what this is.
That's one damn good sandwich if you eat it still.
I've seen people online say What If is better than DC Elseworlds movies. I've seen people online saying a lot of stupid shit. A lot of people say Biden is a great president. Probably the same ones who say that about the DC Elseworlds movies. And what was that whole party Thor thing? It was dumb as because Thor now likes to party. Surtur isn't going to be going through Ragnarok. I'm sorry, what? Jesus freaking Christ, that movie was bad.
I mean, when you actually have pregnant women going out there and cosplaying as Thor from Ragnarok.
Thank you very much to Glenzer for $5 super chat. Infinity War was my last MCU flick. The Thanos snap is a good ending. Also, Hulk was in the trailer, but not in the movie. False advertising. Yeah. I guess I do kind of like the fact that they hide details from you in the previews. But I think it is kind of it's better for them to take characters out than to put them in. I think there were 2 decent What If episodes. The other varied from bland to awful. The biggest problem was bad comedy that was undercut serious moments. Yeah.
Here comes the pain. Jimmy.
John Walker was the best part of the Falcon and the Snowman. Chop cutting terrorists like wood.
Jimmy just got back from watching it.
What if microwave dirty diaper full of squid curry but there you go. See, now he's watched What If. Oh, okay. Jimmy Quirks just got back from the theater. Me too. That's why I started this up. Literally, I came in, I did a couple of things. I was like, okay, let's get this thing started. I think we're going to have a good time ranting and talking and all about this film. Actually, I hope I gave a clear and reasonable review. I don't want to just, oh my God, unless it really sucked. This movie didn't really suck. I'm sorry for those who were looking for the really suck. But yeah, it just didn't.
Okay, so like usually my ranch, if Jimmy says it's a great.
It was good, but then the ending was horrible. Oh my gosh, what ending are you talking about? Okay, spoiler alert. One of the coolest things in the movie to me was at the end, where the whole bit, and we've seen this in the comics before. So this is actually a story taken from the comics, is that inside certain planets there is an Eternal waiting to grow. Okay, so the energy from the snap sparked this Eternal to wake up. He's going to come out. He's going to destroy the planet. And the Eternals are kind of in a inner conflict. Some people want to stop it. Some of them want it to actually happen. Spoiler alert. Big time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so they do. They stop it. And I'm thinking, okay, there's more to what happened than they're going to show. But that's neither here nor there. So they stop it. And at the end of the movie, you see Gemma Chan or whatever her name is. She's walking along with Kit Harington.
Kit Harington, Kit.
Yeah. And they're and all of a sudden you see the silhouette of a celestial in the sky. Freaks people out, and he kind of captures the Eternals and brings them up. And he says, your memories of this Earth will decide if this Earth should live because you killed an Eternal to save humanity. And then he disappears. But obviously the scene takes longer. The image, one of the great images of this film is the silhouette, because he's out in space, but he's big enough that he's looming over the planet. And that's when I really thought, holy shit, I want Galactus. I want Galactus in the Marvel universe so much. I want to see this. But I believe that they started making it so Galactus was actually eating the Eternals.
Yeah.
That's the energy that he's feeding off of. So I think ultimately that's what I'm hoping this leads to.
If we get Galactus, I want Black Winter.
Hello to Ash. Yeah, this is the spoiler part. The beginning wasn't so spoilerly. But thanks for stopping by and saying hello.
Yeah.
I see a little silhouette of a man, Scaramouche. It's a big celestial. Yeah, but that was an incredible scene. I really did like the way the movie looked when it did like that. So
to be fair, a ton of people are streaming about this right now. And
I know.
So
I know.
it's all over. So you basically have to stay off the internet if you don't want to watch this.
Hey, I've done that before.
Yeah,
when it's a movie I really want to see, I will not go near Twitter. I won't go near Facebook because I know they're just festering to tell you everything about it. Yeah. So
at least with you going to the theaters and watching Eternals, like you gave it a fair and honest review, like talking about what worked and what didn't, and your overall impressions.
Wait, who'd you just say did that?
I'm referring to you.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I hope I did. Yeah. Hello to Jimmy.
What's good?
But now I normally, before we talk, Jimmy, I normally don't do this unless you super chat it, but I gotta put this one up. Does anyone on the panel remember Strike Force Morituri? It would make a great Marvel movie. First, Paul Derizen. obviously you're new here. Because I bring up Strike Force Morituri a lot. And yes, you are absolutely right, sir. That would be an incredible movie. I love that series.
Maybe he's a quiet viewer.
I don't know. I don't know. I see Morituri more as an animated TV series than a movie because what the series is, it's been completed for years and there's plenty of material to adapt it for like a seasonal run.
All right. And it's Paul the Reason. Like I guess like what's her name? Emily the Stallion or something like that. I don't know. Rap music these days or ever.
Dude, you were so correct. On
what,
the
it's
endings.
Paul the Stallion?
I got done like
no, it's Paul the Reason, Emily the Stallion, or something like that. What were you saying?
No, it's Megan the Stallion.
Who cares? She calls herself Stallion.
Whatever.
She calls herself a horse? What? I'm out of here.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, jump off. It's nice knowing you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow, I guess. What are we reading tomorrow?
Oh, tomorrow on our reading, where we do our bad high school readings of comics, we're actually going to be doing Hostess Pie ads.
Oh, yeah.
So if you like those things, come on, join us. I think you're going to have a good time.
Yeah. You bring your own pie, though.
Yeah. All right. Give me just a second. I'm going to go kill the bird.
All right. Later, guys. I'm going to bounce off. Enjoy the silence or the arguing. I don't know what's going to happen next. Jimmy, you are loose cannon.
All right. Well, this movie wasn't actually too bad. I thought it was going to be worse. The villain, I figured the villain was going to be who it was. Also, the second villain, the second villain of the deviant.
Fine,
the deviants are in it. The deviant villain was so stupid. Oh,
all right,
man.
hold up. What are you talking about?
The deviant villain is stupid.
From Deviant Art? Yeah, we don't like him.
Okay, why did you think the deviant villain was stupid? Oh yeah, we haven't talked about the deviants.
Because it was just like, spoilers, everyone.
Yeah, this is already spoilers.
Okay. Well, this villain was like, I'm just gonna take all you guys' power, and then Angelina Jolie is just like, okay, I'm just gonna cut you, I guess. Out of like, it was like just anticlimactic.
Okay. So, wait, hold on. So was the deviant stupid or did you just not like the way it went?
Both.
Okay. So how is the deviant stupid?
Because I guess it could be considered in both categories because the way it went and the way they were portrayed were totally, I don't know what's the word. Anticlimactic is the thing, but also like what they showed us was like very, very interesting, and I wanted to see where they were going to go with it.
So you were hoping for more. So the deviant wasn't stupid because you actually wanted more of it, but you didn't like the way it went because one of the Eternals was able to take him out.
No. I was okay with like one of the Eternals taking him out. It was just the way they did it. I was thinking like it's like, oh, I'm gonna like pretend to be in my trance memory thing, and then I'll get close.
Yes,
and I cut him
because she has close range weapons, and he was knocking the shit out of her. Every time he pushed her away or he hit her away, he had these. He had long range weapons.
Well, yeah.
She didn't. She had swords and spears. They were made of energy.
Well, think about it.
She still only had swords and spears. She feigned, and when he wraps her up to start draining her of the power the way we see he did the other Eternals, she kills him. That's the whole point of playing. She played possum. That was the whole point of it.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't.
The thing had
couldn't overpower him enough to get close enough to do the killing blow.
At least let me respond to it.
Okay, I'm responding to you. So, okay, respond.
So the thing was like, it has all the memories of Ajak and Gilgamesh and all the powers of Ajak and Gilgamesh. And he can't take down Athena, even though Gilgamesh alone was the one who could take her down?
Oh, Gilgamesh was not a better fighter than he was. He was stronger, but he was not a better fighter than Athena.
No, but he
and the
always
reason
took
why
her
she
down.
was able to make the reason why she was able to make sure that he couldn't do anything was because when she got close, she took off his head first. She cut him up in the head before she cut him up anywhere else. So once he lost his brain, no, he can't use his healing powers, and he can't use the other powers that he did. That was the whole point of being drawn in close to this creature. She is the goddess of war. She is the goddess of being able to kick ass and fight, basically. So she knew it was her brain. She used her now,
don't get me wrong,
strategy and such. So
don't get me wrong. I liked the movie for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the ending I really had a big problem with. I thought the celestial, excuse me.
Yeah.
I thought the celestial Tiamut, whatever, coming out of the earth was really cool.
It was, and I hope that we have that in future movies, because
you're gonna hate me.
That's a permanent thing. A big ass celestial stuck in the ocean. Now, one thing they didn't address, that celestial coming out of the ocean like that's going to cause tsunamis.
See, I thought the same thing. But here, this is the thing I think you're going to hate me for, because I like it, yet you don't. I
like the movie.
No. What I'm about to say, I know you don't like, but I do.
Okay.
This is the beginning of Jason Aaron's Avengers Mountain. We're gonna see them set up shop inside of the Celestial.
I hope not. You're right. I did not like that. Let's see. MK saying that the Malkari character looks interesting. It reminds me of the Flash and Quicksilver. Is she comparable to them, or more the Purple Chick and Shazam family? I actually thought they did the speedster well. I think she's more comparable to the Flash and Quicksilver. Kind of thinking, guys, MCU now has what, 2, 3 speedsters? If you count the X-Men, definitely 3. Time to get on that freaking Flash movie already. Let's get that thing out. All right.
Also, they brought in Kit Harington, and they announced him being the Black Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was never the Black Knight in the movie.
Never Black Knight in the movie. Yep. Were you overwhelmed or underwhelmed, or just simply whelmed by the Deviant?
I was like, eh.
Right. Did he just say Awkwafina was one of the Eternals? No. Awkwafina was in Shang-Chi.
No. Awkwafina's beautiful.
Let's see. Did they have a name for the Deviant villain? I don't think they did. They just call him Deviant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tiamat. Thank you, Rhaegar. Let's see. Oh, dear God. Jason.
No. It was
just very Marvel and salt the earth.
no, it ended with the M-U-T. I know that.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to address this because, first of all, Paul DeReason is saying DC is going to ruin a Flash movie. It's not DC, it's Warner Brothers. And I will absolutely agree, because I've never, even when I was a projectionist, one thing I noticed is Warner Brothers, and I noticed this with a lot of stuff that other people wouldn't, they would send only one trailer. Like we would get these trailer reels to put on movies, and Disney would send me a big ass bag just filled with them so I could put them on every movie. Warner Brothers would be like, here's one, but we want it back in a week. And it's like, what the freaking hell are y'all doing? It would be a big movie, and they would only give me one little itty bitty trailer to put on one movie, and that's it. And sometimes it was a pretty good movie. Universal was pretty bad about that as well. But I absolutely agree with you, Paul DeReason, that Warner Brothers, most of the time anyway, tries to steal defeat out of the hands of victory, or jaws of victory. For the price of a movie ticket, instead of going to see Eternals, Jack here bought 2 Golden Age Captain Marvel books today. I say I made a better choice. Okay, for the price of $8, you bought 2 Golden Age Captain Marvel books. My guess is you got the cover and the third page. Let's see. Jim Sorensen says, very true, Rhaegar. Ransack, the reject, was a human-looking deviant that helped the Eternals. That might be. There was, at a certain point, there seemed to be an idea that they were going to help the deviant because the deviant also wanted to stop the Celestial from being born. But I'm glad they didn't go that way. I'm glad they didn't go that way at all.
Have you talked about the post-credit scene?
Yeah. What did you think?
Oh, that was so good casting for Eros.
Who was that?
That's Harry
that
Styles.
was Bill Skarsgård.
No,
right? No, who was it?
That's Harry Styles from One Direction, the boy band. He's done a lot of acting here recently, so he's actually not bad. But the thing I have a problem with is Pip the Troll. What the hell? You totally ruined the look of that character.
Me?
Yeah.
Who the is One Direction and who is
the
Harry
boy band?
I don't, dude. I'm 50 freaking years old, man. I just found out there's a woman calling herself a freaking stallion out there, so I don't know. Let's see. Joke's on you. Both are complete. Just one is missing a cover, flew under the radar, and I got lucky. Oh, that's awesome, man. This seriously, I am jealous. You know, I like Captain Marvel. Let's see. It would be really unique to see a Flash movie that actually follows a comic storyline faithfully. It would be good to see any superhero movie follow it faithfully. Isn't Era somebody's daddy? Whose daddy is that? I don't know. But yeah, I kind of liked it. I dug it. The fact that it was Eros. I dug the fact that it was Star Fox. So, and I'm like that. I really am. When I see a character, oh my gosh, yes, we got it. He's in a live action.
No, I like Pip the Troll because of Adam Warlock in the Infinity Watch. But nah, man, I can't get behind this. He looks so bad.
He looked like
PS3.
CGI. He looked like PS3 game effects.
Yes, it was so bad.
The CG was not good with Pip the Troll. It was not good with Pip the Troll. Sorry to say, but for $200 million, they couldn't. That was like, hey, we ran out of money, but we still have to do Pip the Troll.
I think they put that in there for an Eternals 2 movie, and I'm like, unless this somehow magically makes almost $500 to $700 million, they're not getting a second one. We'll see him come up later.
Oh yeah, I did see that, LK. I was thinking of making a video of it instead of doing it at the tail end of a live stream. But Bleeding Cool debunked the death threats for Superboy.
Wait, what?
Bleeding Cool debunked they said they got death threats for making Superboy gay. Well, Bleeding Cool came out with an article saying, yep, never happened.
So who got threatened for that?
I'll do a full video tomorrow, but according to DC comic book creators did. A couple days ago, TMZ reported under the headline Superman bisexual backlash spurs LAPD protection for artists that were dispatched to patrol the homes of some of the illustrators, yada, yada. Some so-called fans making threats were told to the pissed off comic book readers inundated the studio to voice their displeasure with the character's newly announced sexuality. Our sources say the studio is called LAPD requesting patrol cars keep an eye out. Bleeding Cool checked with our own sources and found that, if true, none of the DC people involved with the production of the comic seemed aware of it, and that there was no sign of LA police being keeping an eye out over said creators and staff. So there you go. TMZ made shit up.
Well, hold on. Who's the source? Who's the source that they said that they heard from?
I don't know. But who is the source of TMZ? Because what he's saying is that Actual comic book creators said they didn't hear anything about this.
Really?
Yeah. So
That's funny.
TMC was the source of the report. Bleeding Cool has said they talked to comic book creators and they didn't know about it. Marania's saying TMZ is connected to Warner Brothers. Now, if that's true, Warner Brothers may have been using this as a way to sell more comics. Oh, look, if you buy this comic, you can prove you're not a hater like that Englentine guy over there that Dan Slott says is a racist. Actually, you know what? I was thinking I wanted to get another T-shirt. I might actually said Dan Slott called me a racist, and all I got was this T-shirt or something like that. That would be kind of cool. Let's see. I watched Flash show when I need to rage at something. I stopped. I probably will pick it. It's on Netflix now. I'll pick it back up. But what was it? No, I think I did watch the ending of the last season. Isn't that the one where they went back to 1950s or something like that? I think Chunk and I lost it.
What are we talking about?
Flash, the TV show.
I stopped watching Flash after season 4 because I saw the writing on the wall that the writing is going down in quality.
I do like the crossovers, though. I got to admit, I like the crossovers. I'm looking forward to Armageddon. But yeah, there you go. Also, She-Hulk had a fling with Eros. Actually, we found out in an issue of She-Hulk that he used his powers on her. And that didn't go well for him.
So
let's see. TMZ was always fake news. What? I don't think I watched any. I watched Stargirl. Stargirl's the one I watch. I stopped Legends a couple of years ago, not because I don't like it. It's because I lost my place. So I think I'll just start it back up and watch it from the beginning because I did like that one. I stopped watching Green Arrow, but they stopped producing them, so we're kind of simpatico on that. So there you go. All right, gang.
Yep.
What's up?
I was gonna say I'm done, but you're gonna end it anyways. That's good.
Yeah, I was because I'm actually getting a little bit tired. And I just kind of want to stretch out here. I think I'm coming down from those ice cream sodas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was jazzed up on way too much sugar for a while there, guys. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us. My opinion on the Eternals is it's all right. It's good. It's all right. It's not going to thrill you. I don't think it's going to like amaze you. I don't think it's going to be, holy crap, I've never seen this kind of thing before. But it's a pleasant diversion. It's a pleasant enough diversion. If you're not into wanting to pay for it and you already got the streaming service, watch it when it comes on. Watch it when it comes on to Disney Plus. I think you're going to enjoy it that way so much better. So otherwise, yeah, don't bother. Did you see the episode of The Flash where they told him to run faster and he did, then he beat the bad guy? Run, Flash, run! Yeah, that's in
every episode?
All of them? Yes. So there you go. All right, guys, once again, thank you very much for hanging out with us. As always, tomorrow we're doing a reading of some Hostess Twinkie ads and pie ads and all that kind of stuff. So join us for that at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And Saturday, of course, is the auction. So join us for that. And as always, thank you very much for hanging out with us. And thank you very, very much for watching. Have a good night.